This is a live presentation for the market scanner on MT4 presented by MT4 Professional. My name is Randy Lindsay. I'll give you a quick disclaimer to let you know that this webinar, any examples or videos that we provide for you is for educational purposes only, that we do not provide any trading advice. So we won't tell you uh, what to buy or to sell, but what we do is we provide a platform and information that helps you to develop and become consistently profitable in your trading. There is a large potential for reward in trading in futures, stocks, spot currencies. There's also a large potential for risk. Make sure you understand the risks involved and that you're willing to accept them in order to trade in any of these markets. Uh, any past performance is not indicative of future results, so make sure that you get advice from a competent financial advisor before you start trading or investing in any of these markets. I'm Randy Lindsay. Like I said earlier, I'm the trade coach and operations director here at MT4 Professional. Joining us today is Claudio Cardinal. He is our product development director and all things technology guru. So he will be helping you on most things technology related. Together, we form MT4 Professional and the team of resilient traders. So our agenda today, what we're going to talk about is the market scanner. Market scanner is part of an arsenal of tools that professional traders use in finding trade setups that meet their criteria. I'm going to go through and define what a market scanner is. I'm going to show you what MT4 Professional is and what it's all about. I'll give you a live demonstration of all the features I describe and give you a very special offer. So let me very quickly do something. There. Okay, got it. So what is a market scanner and what is MT4 Professional? So look at all the combinations that you have from Forex pairs. On MT4 alone, there are 50 Forex pairs, there are 20 CFDs, 9 different time frames. That's more than 630 combinations. If you're rifling through all of those, do you really think you're able to manually check for trade setups that meet your criteria based upon all of those combinations? I dare say most people can't. You miss a lot of opportunities by taking the time to go through each one of these things. So today, if you're trading on different instruments, it's very important in order to make trading profitable. It's called correlation. And if you're trading uncorrelated markets, this way it removes a lot of uncertainty in the instrument. So by searching through all of the different combinations to find trade setups, it's a great way to diversify your portfolio and help you to trade with a higher profitability and higher and a lower risk. So the perfect solution for doing this would be a market scanner. It would automatically go through and scan for the market situation for any of the pairs that you are interested in. Okay, it looks for the time frames, it looks for the symbols, and it compares those against your custom rules. So the idea behind it is your scanning is doing all the work for you. And what it does, it should provide you with an output that's very easy to scan and to look at or to analyze to help you to make a trade decision. So one example, which is very popular, is the cross of two moving averages. So for example, we'll look at a simple moving average, a 15 period and a 30 period moving average cross. A bullish cross is when the fast moving average crosses over or on top of the slow. A bearish cross is when the fast crosses under the slow moving average. We'll denote bullish by green and bearish by red. So if we had an output or something that showed us bullishness or bearishness on any time frame that we gave it, that would be an incredibly useful tool, don't you think? I I agree. One more thing, what about multiple time frames? Well, did you know that if you trade using multiple time frames, you have a higher probability of a profitable trade? Well, this is due to correlation, and it's just one of the advantages of using multiple time frame technical analysis. So by checking the longer term time frame, you can trade the shorter term time frames in that direction and have a higher probability trade and a lower risk because you're trading in the longer term trend. All right, so notice that all the noise in the smaller time frames are smoothed out in the longer time frames. So you'll have a much better chance of catching trades if you're trading the trends which are in the direction of this slower or longer time frame. So if you had a scanner that could do this type of search for you, that did the technical analysis legwork on its own, it too would be an extremely valuable tool, don't you think? But the problem was we couldn't find anything on MT4 that met this criteria. What we did find, if any, was too complex to configure. That means that it required a lot of programming skills to integrate and to use. It was unstable, or it was just a single tool that really didn't integrate with the entire system. It was incompatible with most indicators, and there are a lot of other issues that we found. So we really couldn't find anything. So how we addressed the solution, we made our own. And MT4 Professional was born. MT4 Professional Scanner on both MT4 and MT5 is a scanner that allows you to instantly scan the entire market for setups that match your unique criteria and rules. We found a really good setup on MT4 Professional that allowed us to do and integrate multiple time frame analysis as well. So not only do you get technical analysis from an indicator or a rule-based output, but you also get to use multiple time frame analysis along with it. So stay tuned. I'll show you a lot more details as we go through this and as we start giving you more information. But we want to set up a couple of polls real quick to see gauge our audience today to make sure I give you the best presentation possible. So how can the market scanner best benefit you? You as a trader, if you had a scanner that had the features that I just described, would it enable you to have less risk of missing trade opportunities, less time wasted in searching for trades? Would it give you a better chance of finding high probability trades, or you don't know how a trade scanner could help you? That's okay. You can put all those things out. Any of these or all of them are very good options. Just pick one that you are most interested in, and I'll be glad to review those. And when the poll is complete, Claudia will share it. The poll is complete when the majority of our class answers the poll. There we go. So most people say less time wasted in searching for trade setups, and second was a better chance of finding high probability trades. So that's good. Thank you for your reply. So we'll go right into our live demonstration today. And let me pull up my MT4 platform. Let's make it full screen. So as you can see on my screen is a profile that is set up with MT4 Professional running. As you can see, there are charts. Each of these charts I have set up on as different sizes on each of the screen. And you can see that I have 3 chart time frames, 15-minute, 30-minute, and hourly. You can see that there is a multiple time frame analysis tool. You can see the cursors that as I move the cursor on my 15-minute chart, the cursor automatically aligns time and price on the 30-minute and the hourly chart. It synchronizes everything, and I just do a single click to fix it in place, and then I can see exactly where either the global or the local high or low were, and it helps me to see the alignment of the markers that are there. So this gives me the opportunity to see where a potential short opportunity came in play. And then if that's in line with the longer term trend, then you can go ahead and take that trade. That's the nice idea behind that. You can also see that the symbol is the same for each one. So on the scanner on the left, you can see symbol list And you can also see output based upon the multiple time frames. So you see the Euro US dollar, 15, 30, and hourly chart output. So it's saying that the 15-minute is bullish, but the 30 and hourly are bearish. Now, this is based upon a price action. So when you see the price greater than a exponential moving average, it will say that it's bullish. If you see price less than an exponential moving average, it'll say that it's bearish. So you can see here that the latest close, bullish, bearish, bearish. And that's why you see the green, red, red across there. Ones that you can see which are strong across the board, either all bullish or all bearish, should see synchronous signs of those. For example, the pound Aussie is bull, bull, bull. So you can see you've got a bullish setup, close above, bullish setup, and a bullish setup. So all of these are tools which allow you as a trader to see and very quickly analyze potential trade setups that meet your criteria. Now, these criteria are defined by what we refer to as color rules. That's where we define the configurations on the scanner. First, let's go through the configurations and let me show you how we set up the charts that are here. Notice that when I go into full screen mode, that the charts themselves automatically redraw and scale to the proper size of the screen. And when I go back into regular mode, they automatically scale back. So gone are the days of having to rescale or redraw your windows in order to fit into the available window. Also, if you hadn't already noticed, a single click of any symbol automatically changes the symbol on the charts to the symbol I clicked on. And it keeps the time frames at a fixed setup. So all of these features are standard with your MT4 Professional subscription. So if you click on the configuration button here, then you'll see a list of potential configurations available. These are ones that I have created, but if you scroll down a little bit, this is what you'll see when you become a subscriber. These are presets. These are all examples that you can use as templates in order for you to get going. So I took an example of the EMA and price. I created my own and customized it so that it met my specific criteria. Okay. You simply do that by clicking this button right here, create your own custom configuration. And then you see a list of all of the ones that you have already available. Now you can create a copy of the ones you've created, or if you scroll down, you can create copies of any of the preset examples that are available, or you can create them from copies of configurations that have been sent to you through the Traders Network from other MT4 professional traders. So it's all an integrated system, and you can create your own from a copy of any of these configuration setups. So by selecting the one that you're interested in, you have the option to load it, which will display it on the screen, or the option to edit, and that enables you to change the configuration. In the configuration, you can set your name, a brief description of what that configuration contains, and then on the right-hand side, you'll see the chart configuration. This will configure the look and characteristics of the chart layout that you see on the right. This is where you put your indicators or your templates and the timeframes that you want and how you basically want this to look. On the left-hand side, you will have the configuration choices for the scanner color rules and the symbol list that go with it. Let's start off with the chart configuration. You can see that I have 3 different chart layouts here. I have one large chart and then 2 smaller ones. These can be moved around any way that you like. Mm, and resized or tiled. If I wanted to add a chart and then tile the windows, you can see that it automatically fills them into the screen that's there. You can also see that the time frame can be selected. And any template that's available can be selected and added. Or if you don't want that template, you can click the plus sign and add any template that you have available on your MT4 or MT5 platform. If you don't like the setup, you can clear them all and then add as many charts as you like until it looks exactly the way that you like it. On the left-hand side, you have the choice of editing your symbol list. If you do that, then over on the right-hand side shows you the current configuration. These are all the symbols that you currently are using. If you want to start from scratch, just click the Clear All button and go over on the left. This is the entire symbol universe available from your broker. Just simply click and select which symbols that you like. Once you have them selected, click the right arrow button right here to add them to your list. You can use the Shift key when you click to scroll down and add multiple symbols at once. If there's some on here you don't want, hold down your Control key and click, and it will remove the symbols that you don't want off of the list. Once you have a complete list identified by the blue shaded color, just click the right arrow to add it to your current list. Once that's done, click OK, and it will be added to your configuration. Last but not least is the scanner setup. So you can see this was the symbol list setup. Now this is the scanner or the color rule configuration. By clicking on this, you presented with the multiple time frame color rule configuration. What this does, it will go through and use the logic required in order to make the color rules that you define. This first color rule I have shown here is called main CR or main color rule. You can see that if I use the pull down menu, there's only one color rule that defines the colors on this layout. If I were to click the pencil pad, that's an edit button, then that enables me to see what the rules are that enable it to change colors. For a green color condition, and I can make that any color I like, I want to see if price is greater than the exponential 15 period moving average. If I use the pull down list, you can see I can use that in any order. I can say, well, if I want the 15 period average to be less than the price, you can say it any way that you like. Just use whatever way you best understand. So for condition 1 to be good, price has to be greater than the MA15. That's what I was looking at over here. Price is greater than this 15 period moving average, then it will consider that bullish and it will paint that cell green. Or if that's not true, it will test to see if that price is less than the 15 period. If the close of the price is less than the 15 period moving average, then it will consider that to be a bearish configuration and it will color the cell red. Now, if you have other color codes that you want to add, then you can just simply click the plus sign here. Notice that you have another color condition set up here. In this case, you can make it like a dark red. You can use the same setup if price is not equal to the 15 period moving average, then you can maybe say that it's going to be this color instead of the default color. So these are all different options that you might have. If you don't like the third condition, just simply click the X to remove it and OK when you are done. Now that was the main color rule. Now notice I have that main color rule applied to all of my time frames. So I'm doing the same type of analysis on all the time frames that I have available here. If I wanted to add another time frame, that's what the plus is there for. Simply click the plus sign. It creates another frame. I select the time frame that I want from that and the color rule I want associated by enabling it. And there, it is complete. I have another color rule that's going to be run on the 4-hour time frame in addition to the 1 hour, 30, and 15 minute. The size configuration just defines the size of this window right here. where my mouse is. So it's the width of your scanner column. Set to auto, it'll automatically scale based upon the number of columns that are presented and the size of the thing. But if you want it to be smaller or larger, then you have options to increase the size if you want to. If you want to be notified whenever the color rules change, then select this box. And if you want also to have notification via SMS messages, then select this to verify your phone number on the MT4Professional website, the users area. Then it will send you SMS messages whenever your specific criteria are met. When you complete all of this, then click the Save button. It will save your current configuration and verify it with the little check mark. Simply close the window and click the Load button to reload the newly configured configuration. And once it starts to load, then it'll go back through and do the same type of checks that you had just told it to do. So by looking at these charts, you know exactly what the setup is going to be doing. That was a simple example of just price and a moving average. There are a lot of other configurations that you can look at. If you wanted to look at putting multiple signals on, then here's an example where I'm using the EMA and price. I'm also using a MACD and a RSI. So you can see I've got multiple indicators loaded on my chart using multiple time frames. Here's a 4-hour, daily, and a weekly. All right, and then you can see under my configuration that if I were to edit this, I have that defined as a 4-hour, daily, weekly, using the EMA MACD RSI template. Now, I didn't say this earlier, but the template can be any template that's currently on your computer, and you can just use any window to create a template by going through the template button and selecting Save Template for any window that you currently have set up that you like. If it looks good and you like this is the way you want it to look, then create a template of that. And then when you pull up your configuration, use the name of that template right here on the selected template. And that way all of your charts will have the same look and feel that you want. So let's go to the scanner and show you what a little more complex signal. So I'm saying a strong signal, a signal that's going to be based upon the indicators I'm using here, okay, is based upon a MACD histogram being greater than the MACD signal line. So if you can see the setup here, I've got a signal line and I've got a indicator line. So if that signal line is greater than the histogram line, that would be bearish. If the close of price is less than my exponential 15 moving average, that would be bearish. If the relative strength over 14 period using the close of price is greater than the relative strength of the current close of price. So this is looking at the previous relative strength and the current relative strength. So if relative strength is rising, I know that's getting stronger. I know this is a strong bearish setup. If none of this is true, then it will go and check the next condition. Basically, it's going to look to see if the signal is greater than, is it the signal or is it this the price? Oh, this is the base indicator. So if the base indicator is greater than the signal line, and if the price is greater than the EMA, and if the previous bar is less than the current bar, which means it's increasing, again, you are looking for strength. And all of this indicates a bullish trend setup. That would make my sell turn green. If neither of these conditions are true, by default, it will turn itself yellow, saying that there's no bullish setup or bearish setup to be found. It's in a undefined state. So by looking at this current setup, you can see the euro 4-hour is in a bullish state. You see it's in a bullish state because you can see that the price is greater than the EMA. that the MACD histogram is greater than the signal line, and you can see that the current relative strength is rising. So that's a bearish condition. However, on the daily, you can see that prices under your EMA, you have I don't know if that's bullish or bearish. That looks like it could be bullish because it could have crossed. This relative strength is rising from an oversold condition, so that's bullish. So you got bearish, unknown, bullish, that's why it's yellow. It's not clear on the direction. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. You're looking for certainty in any one particular direction. If you look at one that's almost straight, like the pound Aussie, then you can see from the pound Aussie, this is undecided because you've got a bearish MACD, a bullish EMA, and a sideways relative strength. However, your longer time frame charts, your weekly and your monthly, are all bullish, 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 and bullish. So that's why you get bull, bull, yellow, green, green. So if this were to align back up to a potential bullish setup, then this is coming back in line with your longer term trends. You'd be more inclined to take that as a trade to the long side. Make sense? See, it does all the hard work for you and it shows you the setups very clear and easy to use and to understand. You can use any indicator that's available to you on your MT4 or MT5 platform to use any of those indicators, or to even use a custom indicator. Then you just simply go back and edit your configuration setup, go to your scanner. Under your scanner edit rule, then you can add or edit any of these particular indicators on your list to meet your specific needs. In this case, if you're using your EMA or MACD, edit that, and you can change the input parameters just like you would on the indicator itself. You can also add an additional condition where you're going to be adding a new indicator simply by choosing it from all the ones that are available on your MT4 or MT5 platform. And then you use the indicator and then you define what it is you're looking at. Or if you wanted to use a custom indicator, then simply pick the indicator from your computer if it's not part of the standard indicator list. Pick the indicator you specifically know, and then you'll be presented with up to 10 parameters, input parameters, and the outputs that are currently used for that indicator. Now, the indicator line to use is probably the easiest but most easily to confuse part of this. The indicator line is the output of the indicator. So you have 1, 2, or 3 different outputs. Say, for example, if you have the MACD, that will have 2 outputs. One will be the signal line and one will be the histogram. The histogram is the indicator line 1 and the signal line is indicator line 2. So you refer to which output you're specifically looking at as a comparison value. If you don't need to change the indicator parameters, like the speed, the exponential moving average, or the simple moving average, or the period that you're looking at, the color, or anything else, then just leave all these set to default values and it will use whatever the default values that are on there. But if you need to change them, untick this, select whether it is a number or a text value, and then select the value that you would like to input. Let me show you an example. Here I'm using some custom indicators where I have 3 different indicators that have been set up and defined. I'll go through and show you the configurations for each of those. The configuration for the first one, I'm looking for a bullish setup using the Hawkeye trend and stops indicator. Now, this indicator was set up using these predefined values where the first through the sixth values were all defined. And I'm using the output of the indicator, which is the first output, the first indicator. There's another example. Let me see here. Using the heat map. Here, the heat map is using outputs 1, 2, 3, and 4, where I'm using the default output values. So here you can see I'm using the default values of the indicator, and I'm using output 1, or I'm using output, output 2, output 3, or output line 4. Now let me show you what I mean by the output lines. On a chart that has the indicators running on it, if you were to open up your data window, that's the small bullseye signal that you see right here, or just simply hit Control D, that will open up your data window. And as your mouse hovers over any window, you'll see the output of all of the indicators on the screen. Okay. At that point, then you can see the listing. The MACD, for example, has two outputs. Output 1, which is the MACD histogram, and output 2, which is the signal. These are the lines I was referring to earlier. This is line 1. This is line 2. So if you want to consider or look at the MACD crossover with the signal, then you're looking to see if the MACD is less than the signal or if it's greater than. Then you can use those outputs in MT4 Professional. Okay. You can look at the MA15 with the current price, either the open, high, low, or close of any of the price values. And you can also use the RSI 14 period as a value that you can use as a comparison against price of MA15 or any other value that is meaningful on the chart here. If you're just looking to see if the relative strength is less than 30, then you can even put in a constant value to see that looks like a great place to take a profit when RSI is below 30, and also is a great place to take a profit when the RSI is above 30, above 70. So those are the values that you'd put in based upon the configuration. So the data window is very useful in the setup of your configurations. So make sure that you make good use of it to understand how you want to apply and use this in your trading. Now notice I haven't told you anything about programming languages or setting up, meta script or anything like that. So you don't have to be a programmer to do this. All you need to do is understand the platform that you're using, the indicators that you're currently using and how you want them configured, and then using drop-down menus and configuration setups, set these things up the way that you like it in the manner that best suits your style. Once you have a configuration that you love and that's working for you, then you might want to share it with your friends. So simply select by clicking the Edit button, the configuration that you've done, and then see the button in the bottom right. That's the Share Configuration. It enters you into the Traders Network, and it enables you to share your configurations with any other user running MT4 Professional. So you can type any other name that's in here. All right. So if you're looking for a specific person, you can select that person and click the share button, and it will automatically share the current configuration file with them. I mean, instantly. And once you've shared that with them, it will show up on this list down here on the bottom in their inbox. Just like this right here. It'll tell you what was shared and who shared it with you. That will be in your inbox. And then you can use this by either loading it or using it as a preset. Using this button, you can click on that and create your own configuration from that file. So it'll always save the original file so that you'll always have it there to refer to. That's the Traders Network. Last but not least, I want to share with you the online setup and configurations. Now I'm going to pull up my browser and show you. Uh, this is the Chrome browser. So this represents your mobile device, your laptop, your iPad, or any other tablet that you're using. I'm currently logged into the MT4 Professional members area. You get the full login credentials from this with your subscription to MT4 Professional. You get full access to download the most recent copy of the software directly from the blue bar at the top of every screen. It walks you through the onboarding process to get you up and running in no time. Gives you the ability to access the entire knowledge base from our website, where you go through all of the prerequisites to get started and installation and use. All of the configuration examples, we give you walk through each of these examples piecemeal in order to help you to understand all of the parts, including the scanner rules, the color configurations, the chart setup, the symbol lists, and so forth, and any other type of issues you might have with regards to your account, billing, subscription plans, and so forth. It's all contained within our knowledge base, which is online and available to you 24/7. From this location, you can go over to the real-time scanner. So simply click on that, and it will show you the current uh, accounts that you have running, and you can select which account that you want to look at. And what it will do is it'll automatically go out and select, and I'll show you here, it will select from the current computer that you're running the account setup and the scanner for that device. So let me draw my device back over here to you. Now you can see I have a scanner copy. Basically, it's a real-time snapshot of the current MT4 uh, scanner. So each of the colors, each of the setups that are here are given to you here, and these are live in real time. So as these change, this will update and change for you in real time. Also, notice that it's interactive. So I can click on my mobile device, any symbol on this list, and it'll automatically change the symbols in the background. So if I click on the pound, for example, on my mobile device, it changed on my computer the symbol on all of the devices. Plus, it's going to go out and get a snapshot of that chart so that I can see what the current configuration is and if there's a tradable setup there or not. Looks like it's getting ready to. This is just going bearish on a bullish trend. This might be setting up for potential trade. That's the idea behind it. So if you have to go out to eat, if you have to go somewhere, just leave MT4 Professional running on your computer back at your office. Take your mobile device with you and you don't miss a trade, you don't miss a setup. It all comes with you. And if you have to travel somewhere, you don't even have to take your computer, take your laptop. You can log in on any computer using MT4 Professional, and all of your configurations come with you because it's cloud-based. So all of your configurations that you have access to here will automatically be available to you on any other computer that you use once you log in and access the system. So everything is cloud-based, so you never lose a configuration. You never have to worry about being without all of your configurations. It's all mobile, just like you are. Okay, that about does it for this section of the demonstration. Let me go back to my presentation window. And we'll take a couple more polls before we go into a very generous offer we'll make for you. If you are not already using MT4 Professional, then we'd like to make some offers for you. But of the features that I demonstrated and showed you on MT4 Professional, which of these features do you like best? The fact that you get single-click integration on all your charts. The scanner, of course, my rules, my way. Is it the Traders Network, the ability to share any of your configurations? The fact that it's mobile, that you can take it anywhere at any time. Is it the multi-time frame technical analysis, something that's not so easy to do on any of MT4 or MT5 platforms? Or is it simply the ease of setup and use of MT4 Professional? Which one of these is your favorite? What do you like the best? Once we get a good percentage of our audience to answer those questions, we'll move on to the next poll. All right, my rules, my way. Over 50%. Well, exactly 50% of you said that's the best one. You like single click integration? That's really cool. Multiple time frame. That's actually the best. And you get some good easy setups. So not a lot of people selected the Traders Network because they just don't really understand it. But this is a powerful, powerful part of the system. All right, the next poll and last. Are you currently using MT4 Professional? Well, if you are and you love it, click this box here. But if you're not, I'd like to know why. You haven't had time to try it. You want to know more about it, which I hope I answered in today's session. You're not quite sure if you need it. You're just not interested at the moment. Just let me know where you fit in. We'll look at the results and then I'll present you with a very special offer to get started if you're not already using MT4 Professional. In today's webinar, we've got brand new users. We also have experienced seasoned traders that are here just looking for some quick answers to their questions. So make sure if you have any questions to add them to your chat list there, and I'll answer them live on air, or Claudia will answer them in the question and answer pane. And we are almost done. All right, 38% of people are already using it and absolutely love it. Thank you very much. 23% haven't had time to try it yet. Another 23% are not using it but want to know more. So that makes over half of the respondents looking to find out more about that. And some of them don't know if they need it or are not really interested at this time. So that's okay. I wanted to see where you were. So let me give you a very special offer now if you're interested in getting started. So for limited time, we want to show you the value of what you'd be getting, all the features of MT4 or MT5, full featured MT4 Professional. We don't hold anything back. You get exclusive Skype access to our users group, which enables you to see all of the MT4 Professional users and ask them questions 24/7. You get access to an unlimited configurations, unlimited emails and push notifications, and up to 100 per month SMS notifications, all included, along with all of the pre-configured presets, the examples that I showed you available. All told, it's about almost $2,300 in value, but of course you're not going to see or pay that much. We established that at $194 a month, but because you're part of my webinar today, we've cut that in half. $97 a month to get your very own copy of MT4 Professional, and you can even try it 14 days absolutely risk-free. 14 days to try out full featured MT4 or MT5 Professional on your computer to see if it works for you. And if it doesn't work for you, you can cancel at any time before the 14 days are over and you won't be billed a single penny on your credit card. Simply use the link mt4professional.com/trial, mt4professional.com/trial, and that will get you to the web page to start your trial today. If you wait till tomorrow, you can start your trial tomorrow as well. But take advantage of this offer while it's here, because usually during my normal presentations, I give you the opportunity to get 50% off. But after the presentation goes away, then it goes back to the normal everyday price that you see above that's been marked down. If you have any questions or comments, then you can send them to support at MT4Professional.com. We guarantee and we promise to get back to you within 24 hours. We'll try to answer all of your questions to the best of our ability. If we can't answer them, we'll let you know within that time frame as well, and we'll put it on the queue to make sure we can get you back the answers that you're looking for. In the meantime, I will put back my platform and I'll set it up to answer any questions that you might have at this point. I'll leave the link at the bottom there so you can see it and access that. Again, that's $97 per month. If you decide to keep it, which is 50% off the normal price, all the features that I've shown you are all completely available to you on that. So is there any questions or any applications that you specifically want me to look at that I can show you today or right now on the MT4 Professional platform? Use the chat box to let me know. If you raised your hand, yeah, just simply input your question in the chat box and I'll be glad to answer them. The platform is based upon MT4 Professional. It's not an MT4 Professional time frame, it's an MT4 time frame. It's based on UTC time. Okay, so UTC is the standard MT4 time frame. It can't be changed. At this point, you cannot pay with Bitcoin. We're looking into that with any cryptocurrencies, but as at this moment, we don't have any ability to accept Bitcoin for payment. But we are looking into it, so maybe in the very near future. But right now, no, we can't. Let me see. You can set up PayPal if you have PayPal or Venmo. You can set up automatic monthly payments that way. What's the difference between MT4 and MT5? MT5 is a newer version. It has a lot more features available. The features specifically are like different time frames and new indicators, ability to use tick chart settings. So there are a bunch of other features on MT5 that aren't available on MT4. But MT5 is not as widely accepted as MT4 is with other brokers. It's not as stable as MT4. So there are some questions with regards to that. So we make it available to both, either MT4 or MT5. This presentation has been recorded. So if you did get here late and missed most of the presentation, you'll get an email with the presentation link so you can go through today's presentation. And we make this live presentation every 2 weeks. So this same time in 2 weeks, we will have the same type of presentation available for you free and live. Yeah, well, if you only have Bitcoin to pay with, then we don't have any way of accepting that. I'm sorry. Is the platform only for Forex or can you use it with equities or stocks? You can use it with any broker platform supplied indicator. So if you have a list of symbols that your broker provides you that are equities and stocks, then yes, you can use it with that. Absolutely. But your broker has to supply you with the symbol list in order to use MT4 with it. Yes, the discount will be available for several days if you use the from the recording, absolutely. And the recording should be sent out to you several hours after we close this recording down. So you'll be seeing it today. I'm not sure where you can get a list of brokers because that varies based upon your location. Many brokers do not provide um, their services for U.S. residents, but many do. If you're outside the United States, you have a much larger selection of brokerages, but you'll have to look around. Just do a Google search for MT4 brokerage, and then you'll find a big list of brokerages you can access. Most of the recordings are available on our YouTube channel, and you'll get a link of today's presentation um, via email, and it will take you right to our the YouTube page that will enable you to listen to that. If you're on Facebook, we present all of these presentations live on Facebook as well, so that way you don't have any opportunity of missing it. There's this question about which scanner can give the more accurate signal. The scanner is based upon your setup. So you make the scanner as accurate as you want. In other words, if you have a strategy or a trading plan that you really like and is very accurate, then you can set up the scanner to trigger whenever that condition is met. What we've shown you today are examples, in this case showing you how price interacts with a exponential moving average. I've shown you how to integrate or to use multiple indicators to interact with each other if you're using moving average crossovers or an alligator, relative strength, uh, money flow. Any of the indicators you have access to can be directly used within our system. So the accuracy of the system will be fully dependent upon how you set it up and configure it. We only provide you with a bunch of presets to use to as an example to use those, so you can see where we're using moving average crossover with relative strength, or just reversal signals, or simple moving average crosses, how to use multiple time frames, and so forth. And so we give you a lot of good examples on how to use these for other simple or complex setups. But as far as the accuracy is determined, that's going to be up to you. Are there any other questions? We've got about 6 more minutes in today's class. Are any questions with regards to the setup and use of the platform, or in using it mobily, or in managing your account, or in setting up a specific indicator? The trial is for 14 days. Let me put that page back up for you here. You see it's a 14-day free trial. You get access to the entire complete system for 14 days. That's 2 full weeks before you're ever charged a penny. If you cancel any time before the trials is done, you still get the full 14-day trial, but you won't be charged a penny. So if you, after the first week, you decide that you don't find a use for MT4Professional, then make sure that you go in and cancel right away. You'll still have the full use of the platform for 2 weeks, but make sure you cancel before the 2 weeks is over so you're not charged. You don't get access to the trial without credit card information, because we are presenting you and giving you all the software and all the training in our members website. All we ask is that you give in good um, conscience your information as well. We will not charge it. We are a reputable company. We will not charge your credit card before the 14 days are over. We use Stripe, which is an international company. So it has very, very good credentials and privacy. We do not store any of your information. All of the information is stored on these Stripe servers. We do not see your credit card or the number at all. Cool. All right. If there aren't any other questions then I'd like to thank you for being part of today's presentation. Again, if you have any questions, you can contact us at support@mt4professional.com, or just simply go to our website, MT4Professional.com, and click on the help and support button right here. Thank you for your time and attention. You have a great rest of your day and your week, and we'll see you in the next class. Bye for now.